welcome back to the Niagara Learning Channel. So I've brought some points across to the supervisor from the station, and this particular station is basically saying it's AHU 1 up at the top here, but it's not. Ground floor east AHU 1 pool. But looking at the points, I've got AHU 1 in here, and then I've got AHU 2, and then scrolling down I've got AHU 3, and further down I've got AHU 4. So I'm putting these in their own folders on the supervisor. So all I'm going to do is I've made some new folders, and they are down here, AHU 1, 2, 3 and 4. I'm going to take this AHU 1 right to there, AHU 1. I'm going to cut that and I'm going to paste them into there. And then AHU 2, I'm going to cut them and paste that into AHU 2, paste. AHU 3, cut them and paste them into AHU 3, and AHU 4, which are all them points there, I'm going to cut them and paste them into AHU 4. So that's the AHUs done there, but I need to rename now some of these points. See these ones at the end? I don't want these ones at the end. So if I highlight them, rename, hopefully there's no other ones in there, i.e. in the middle of the letters, and take out that one. Expand AHU 3, we've got a 2 here, rename, take out the 2, and this one is AHU 4, but we've got a 3 at the end there. There's nothing there for that one, and there's a 1 there as well, so they're probably not used, but we'll see. So I'm going to just remove the 1 from there and remove the 1 from there. And there's got a 1 there as well. Remove that. I'm just looking at the points. AHU 4, AHU 4, so they're all AHU 4s. Right, now I'm going to make some graphics. I'll start with AHU 1. Right click, views, new view. Well, no, I think I'll make the graphic where I want the graphic at the moment. Let me just put you on pause. So this is my files area, and I'm going to make a new folder, and I'm going to call it AHUs. There we go, AHUs there. And then I'm going to expand that and new folder, AHU 1 underscore 1. Okay. I'll make some more. New folder, AHU. No, I don't need to do that. I can just make a new PX there now. I have. AHU 1 PX. That's the current size at the moment of that. So let's go back up to my Niagara points, and right click that, views, new view, AHU, and then we need to find it on the station. AHU1. Okay, reuse. So now I'm going to take all the points for AHU1 and I'm just going to drop them in here at the moment. Background, animate, eye status to simple, background OK, foreground, animate, eye status to simple, foreground OK. We'll give it a border, groove, and that's all for now. Display name, format text, out value. Okay. Take them, just put them over there. Right click, edit properties, change them all to 16. Good. Now I need to start doing the graphics. So I need to look at this AHU1. Let me put you on pause. I've got a snapshot somewhere of it. So here's my snapshot that I've got from the Desigo system, the Siemens Desigo. We've got a heat exchanger that they're using there. They've got a bypass damper here. Filter, filter, fan, fan, heating coil, ducting. So common fresh air intake, common exhaust, so it's coming in there, exhausting into there. Common supply air to the pool area, so it's coming out there, and the return air. So the return air is coming in this way. And they've put some little arrows on there to show the direction, and some arrows there to show the direction. Okay, so we've got to basically make a graphic to be similar to this. Bear in mind, I've not been on site. I don't know what the site looks like, but I'm going from the previous graphics. So I'm going to put that over onto that side there, out of the way, and then I'm going to start with my graphics. So duct, and I want, what do I want? If I take, if I can find it as a connector right, don't want to connect to right, or maybe later. Where are you? Where are you? Base. Put a base in for the AHU. So this is not big enough, so edit properties. Let's put that to 1.9 at the moment. We'll adjust it later. And then I don't want the panel divider. I can get the one that expands across, because I'm also going to have to put a heat recovery in here as well, and another damper. Let me put you on pause and let me just sort out at least the basic design. I'm going to take that out and use horizontal adjustable, horizontal end left, and horizontal end right. that one. I don't know how all this is going to fit in at the moment. And then I want to duplicate that for the bottom. I want to put a heat recovery in there. These are going to be a lot longer. Just put you on pause again. I just added these dampers in here. I'm just going to stretch this out now. Stretch this out. Put that in there. Bring it out. Stretch this out to it. Down one. Stretch this out to it. Reorder top. That's the fresh air intake damper. And this is the common exhaust damper. And fresh air damper. Fresh air damper is that one. Just going to duplicate them at the moment. And exhaust is the bottom one. Heat recovery damper, bypass damper. Can't see where the exhaust one is. Need to look at the points on here. Looks like it's using the same point as the fresh air damper. That is fresh air. Fresh air. Duplicate. Exhaust. Exhaust air. Right, that needs to go into there because that's going to be my other damper. Bypass damper. There you are. Duplicate. Control key C. Control key V. Just put that there for now. I'm going to put it into white now. I've got that on there. White. Right, what else have we got from there? Got the... Okay, so that is in the wrong position for a start. And that is across to there. We've got a filter that we've got to put in. them slightly across there. Now I need a filter. Filter. Filters. So that's just the exhaust. So exhaust on a common fresh air intake. That's normally a bag filter. A filter and a bag, but it's only showing one filter on there. Exhaust filter, return air filter, fresh air filter, and that's it. Oh, supply fan filter. So there are my filters. There. Extract, return air. That's not showing air. Oh yeah, it's showing a return air filter there. Okay. Let's just put that filter in there at the moment. So that's my extract filter. I don't have an extract filter here on this drawing. I've only got two filters here. One for common. I'll show you the drawing again. I'll bring it across. Got a filter here, and I've got a filter here. I don't have any more unless they're classing them as filters as well. Not sure. Let me put you on pause. Man must be dyslexic, because basically that is a fault. FLT, and that's a fault. That's TR at the end, that's a filter. That's a filter, so I apologise, I'm getting dyslexic. Return air and fresh air. So, return air is over there. Bring that over there. Control key C. Put that into there. Now let's see what that graphic is using. Just an on and off, that's fine for me, that's what I want. That's my fresh air. Return air. Return air. And then my fresh air, so I take that filter, duplicate it. Normally you have a panel and you have a bag filter. And we'll put that just up there for the moment. And fresh air filter. And if I do that, RA, return air filter. Put that across there. Put that across there. So then we're going straight into the heat recovery unit. We've got heat recovery. Where are you? Heat recovery. Percentage for heat recovery. In fact, what I can do is exhaust air. Let's get rid of what we've already used there at the moment. Or do I leave them in there? I don't know, I'll leave them in there. I'll just move them around so I know I've used them. The return air filter we've done. No, sorry, I'll get rid of them. 15, 15, off, off. 85 for that one. Their speeds. Heating valve. Heat recovery dampers, that's the one. Put that above there. And heat recovery. Heat rec. I can put recovery in there, can't I? There's enough space. Heat recovery. May not look right on the graphics. Probably take out this Y bit at the end. Let's take that, and that, and that, and that, and that. Edit properties. Click on center. Right, they're fan faults, so let's put our fans in. Let's put our fans in. And I'm going to use blue, I think. So, blue left. What are we going to use for our fans to show them that they're running? Got speeds there. Enable. Enable will do. So that's supply extract fan. Which is the return to the extract fan. Control key C. Control key V. Let's just see what that's using. On and off, that's fine for me. Extract fan. Extract fan on. Bring that across to there. And I'll bring the text across. Extract fan. So supply fan. Control key C. Control key V. Supply fan. Duplicate. I think what we'll do is we'll put that supply. And put that up there to extract. I've got a space that I've used, so let's carry on with the space. Just going to put that down there and move it up. Now this is going to be one graphic for all the AHUs, or most of the AHUs. So we need to get this right, but we can always adjust it. Now we've got a heating coil. Let's just show you what we've got at the moment and what we've done. So we've got the fan there and that fan there. We've done that bit, we've done the heat recovery, we've done the filter, we've done that filter. We've got a frost to put in there, and we've got a heater battery to put in there. And maybe we stick some more ducting across what they've done there, because that's probably common exhaust air, AHU flow from. So I think we need to stick them in there and put some more ducting in there, which is fine. So we need the heater battery. Coils. And water heating. It is water. Place that there. Take our water valve. There we go, our heating valve. Just place that up there for the moment. Control key C. Control key V. That's our heating valve. Heating. Heat valve. Yeah, I'm going to have to center these again in a bit. I'll do them all in one go again. What else have we got available? So we've done the supply fan enable. Supply fan on. Return air filter. That's a common return air going that, not going that way. And that's going that way. Feeding. I'm just wondering whether I've done it as per their drawing with the fans going that way. We need to put some arrows on there at least, so we know what which way we're talking about. Let's put some arrows on there. Where are you, arrows? Sensors. No, I don't want sensors yet. There are my fans. They're all my different things there. Dampers, coils. It might be under miscellaneous. No, that was my air to HX there. That's my bypass one which I've used. No bypass. Arrows. Should we just put white arrow? No, it's not them. We want arrows. And we've put white. There. So we know what direction, or the client knows what direction is going in, as well as the engineer. I think if I move that across there and move that across there, take the bypass there, move that across a bit more there. Heat recovery is on at the moment. That looks roughly the same as that. Let's just, they've used a red arrow. Why would they use a red arrow there from the filter? Because that's the fresh air in. Common fresh air intake. What to use? Don't want to use black. Probably use white again then. Duplicate. Duplicate. heating valve is there, 100%. We've got our frost. Where's our frost? AHU enable there, resets. There's our faults. Off doesn't really mean anything, does it? It really could do with be saying healthy or fault. We probably won't use their text on animate. Animate. Healthy. Fault. Explanation mark. That was the extract. I'm just going to duplicate that. In fact, let's foreground. If it's healthy, we can put that as green. Delete that, duplicate. And take that, Control key C, Control key V. You can get rid of them now. Bypass damper, we've done that at 85, just double check. EN, bypass damper. EN, bypass damper, we can get rid of that. We've got some extract and supply differential pressure switches, which should be across the filters. Need to look at that, maybe need to expand this out further. We've got some temperature sensors, outside air, that one's not working. Supply fan speeds, so extract fan speed, we can have that there, and we can put that one there. Again, that we're using one graphic for it all. Let me just show you, because I'll probably put you on pause in a bit. If I click on here, when under the bound ords, click here, see it's come up revitalize ords. If I click on there and go OK, that is naturally all these ords just for this one now here. Just for this one. No more, just this. And we can actually bring in, if we just take one of them for example, just duplicate it, and we take out the extract fan there, just have slot, and we unanimate that, we animate it again, but this time we just put name or lowercase, and we'll make it a little bit bigger, 20, bold, and we'll underline it. That is the title of that AHU 11, which we will put probably there. We could actually be a little bit clever here. Let's take that yes, because it's an enable, and let's unanimate it, and let's put in animate it again, boolean, enable, disable. We do the font the same size as the other one. We'll use 20. Use 20 bold underline. Take out the groove. Take out the groove. and I want to text align that to the right, and I'm going to put a bit of padding on there of 10 on the right. I'm going to text align that to the left and put a bit of padding on that one. Maybe should put 5 on each one of them. So left 5, change that to 5 to give me a 10 in total, and join that to that. AHU 11 enable. I'll just put that there for now. We've got a reset. Right, I'm going to carry on with a few more. I'm going to expand this out further because this is, and then I'm going to put some ducting on it and probably move some of this lot around. I don't remember going up one. Must have done. Alright, I'm going to put you on pause. Oh, I need to expand that as well. Or duplicate it. Let me duplicate it. Reorder to bottom. And that needs to be reordered to bottom. And that needs to be reordered to top. Anyway, I'm going to play with this. Come down there. Reorder to bottom. Let me have a play. Right, I'm just going to do the differential pressure. I've got the differential pressure there for the top, and I'm going to move this to there and there so that I can put that in there. Now that one is actually this at the moment. Heat recovery DPS. So recovery DPS. I know that that is not really going to work well on the graphic, so I'm expanding them just a little bit, just so that I've got that one, that one, that one, edit, center, okay. Right, we've got some more. I'm bringing you that back across. So that's at the heat recovery DPS, which isn't working. Then we've got one here for the extract, and we've got one here for the supply, and then we've got some temperature there and humidity with some set points. So we've got another one of them. Duplicate, and then we've got one that's differential pressure bottom, and we've got that there. Don't want to highlight that. I think I'm going to leave that there, and I have to take that one just across, just taking it away from that. So that one, extract is there, and supply is there. Don't know. Probably need to play with them a bit more. Right, so we've got some temperatures now at the bottom, haven't we? Humidity bottom, and temperature bottom. Do I go with that one? Temperature bulb, temperature average, no. Temperature bulb, yeah, let's go with that one. So return air, that's one sensor. That's the other. So I'm just looking at the other one there. That one, I'm just seeing on the ducting. This one here is actually right across here, so we've got to put some more ducting in here. But this one's right across there, and common fresh air intake. We don't need them anymore. They're the set points which we need to change. I don't know whether they're writable. I don't think they are. Might need to sort out them to be writable. Oh no, set it 65. Yeah, that changes. Set it to 66. Back to 66. This is a live site, by the way, so I don't want to be messing too much. So I want PX, kit PX, and I want action button, and I'll take the humidity there, Control key C, paste it into that, and then do /set, do plus value binding, paste that into there. While I'm at it, let's do the kit pop-up binding. No, we don't want to do kit pop-up on that. We're just going to change that set point, and that's it. So text, animate, out value, go OK, go OK. I need it to be yellow, animate, eye status, simple background, yellow. Yellow means it can be adjusted, yellow. Okay. And they've got to change the font to 16. 16. So that's done for them to adjust that one. Duplicate it, because I can't be bothered to do it all again. And take my return air set point. Control key C. Control key V, stroke set. Control key V. And we've done that one as well. We did that one. Heating demand set point. So I'm looking to see whether they actually had a set point on that, and I can't see a set point for the heating demand. Only the return air and the humidity. No. Alright, we'll leave it there at the moment. Outside air, normal. Common fresh air intake. Right, I'm going to put you on pause and I'm going to do some more. Showing pool water there, pool air temp and pool air humidity. There may be an extra box that I put on there. This is going to be a standard for all the AHUs. Any extra bits I can put on the other pages. Right, let me put you on pause. Right, I've decided that I'm going to put that word pool temp in with this object string here. So if it doesn't exist, we won't see it on the other AHUs if they don't have a pool temp sensor. So I want to take out the groove because the groove would still be shown even though there'd be no value in there. And then I'm going to basically put in some of the, do I put the fight? No, I'll leave that as it is. I'll make that bold. And then we still got the reset to do. And the fire can stay there as it is. So that can be fire status. Normal. And we will put that as green there. It will automatically turn to white and red when it's in fire state. White letters, red background. I don't know where I'm going to put that yet. Probably need to put some text on that side there. Duplicate. And duplicate. And that is common supply air. Common supply air to east. To east. Duplicate. Pool area. And that is common return air. Common return area from east. Pool area. It's just the same with them. Highlight them and bring them. Right, so I've got a few more boxes to do, and I've still got my frost stat to fit in. somehow there. We need to make some space. We're going to have to offset these, aren't we? A little bit. And I can put my frostat in there. Right, let me put you on pause and do some more, and then next time you see this, it should be completed. I'm just going to make, I think this is going to be the final bit now, and I want to go to my kit PX, and I want to do two things. I want to take across an action button for this, and I also want to take across a Boolean image and change the colour. So let's put a border on there, solid of 2, and then put my colour as my standard default colour that I'll be using, and then I can put that just around that, reorder to bottom, and then I can take out my borders for these, so none, and take that, duplicate, and put that around that, reorder to bottom, and then I need to take this, Control key C, which is basically like a trend switch when my mouse decides to carry on working. Put some power on. I'm using a cordless mouse, and it's probably decided to give up the ghost. Come on. Thank you. Control key C, and go to action binding, set, value binding, Control key V, text, animate, out, value. We'll do my background as I would normally do my background. Background, okay. That's going to be a switch, so I need to put in a yellow to show them that it can be adjustable. Go okay to that. I need to do my 16, don't I? Size wise, 16. Okay. And take off the text that's in there. Control key C. Control key V. AHU select FD rotation manual. Delete that. I don't know whether we're going to keep that in there or not. So that's that done for the AHU. Now all them have been revitalised, the points, relativised the points. So if I go now to AHU 2, right click views, new view, use exactly the same of where it is, go OK. Views, let's take that back out, AX slot sheet, delete, because I don't want to make a new one there. Try it again, views, new view, but this time I'll select it. AHU1PX, wasn't it? AHU PX reuse. That's what I was waiting for coming up. And we don't have anything. What am I doing here? Let me close that down. We don't need that. That's my different colours and everything from a template. Views, AX slot sheet, take out that, delete. Let's see whether we've got, if I click on that, we've got that there, AHU 11. And if I views and look at my slot sheet, I'm using AHU. So I just want to do the same there. Views, new view. I want to be using that one. HX media, okay, reuse. I'm just wondering why I don't have, unless I've got another one attached to it. Using AX slot sheet. That was the view there. Delete. And that's doing it for that one. And if we look at these points, yeah, they are good. So ENHDRPS. So basically, if we've got the same points which we have, it shouldn't be an issue. Those are my points there. Views, new view. Reuse existing file. Right, I don't know what's going on here. Let me pause. Right, I've just realised what I've done here. I've called it AHU 11 for the PX, and I don't want it to be AHU 11. So AHU is bringing me that black screen up there. So what I needed to do is I need to delete that. I need to rename that to AHU, only AHU. Okay. And then go back to my one first, because now that's not going to work. Views, AX slot sheet, delete. Views, new view, AHU, okay, reuse. There's my points there. Let's just take that and put that probably up there. So that's it looking at that. And then now go to this, views, new view, exactly the same, reuse. So that's now AHU2. We're missing some points there, as you can see, but we've got the pressure heating demand set point. Well, there wasn't one on the graphics, so I'm going to delete them, and I'm going to take off the manual override as well. Now, these probably texts are incorrect, so I would probably have to adjust them. But that AHU1, AHU2, Let's do the same for AHU3. Views, new view, AHU3. We're missing some things there, but that's good. Better than doing the graphic again. AHU4, views, new view. Yeah, we've got the relevant things, points in there, missing some things, but we can just add them in. So that's one graphic for the 4 AHUs. And they've all got the pool temp because they're all doing the pool. We'll probably change this text up at the top, or add something in front of there saying pool AHU East or something like that, so they know. Or I'll put this on the page, so I'll bring it in on a page, on the main page, and then I'll have the main text anyway above that page. Good, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching.